What's up, everybody? How are you? Hope you had a good Sunday. We had a good liturgy. It's nice to see Pano and Slowboy whiteboards here. It is nice Sunday afternoon, and we're going to be talking about delusional expectations versus healthy boundaries. And I got some funny lists for you because these little lists were going viral. 28 places where girls do not want to be taken on a date. And then the boys made a list of their own, and then the girls made another list. And I just thought it was amusing. And sticking with the theme of last week, we went to a red pill wedding. That was interesting. Some highlights from that. If I recall, what did he say? Do you guys remember some of the golden nuggets? I remember he said, "I'd be happy without you." That's what everyone wants to hear on their wedding day, I think. Let's see, what else? He actually said, "I'm glad I made you into the woman you are today." That was so crazy. He did say he was not excited to get married that day. He said, "Our relationship is 1,000% conditional." You guys remember that? Yeah, red pill wedding. Did they have ARs at the wedding? No, not that kind of red pill. That's what I mean. Like the red pill could mean anything now. It's so ill-defined. What else did he say at the wedding? It was so touching. Oh, you gotta work for it. She said if she ceases to bring to the table, she's gotta go. What else? You make me look good, and that's what love is all about. Do you guys remember anything else? I'm gonna open my drink as we all settle in here. I hope you're all 10s. I hope you brought something to the table tonight. Some comments, some donut chats. Bring your donut chats to my table. I just got a link. Let's see, I'll put it in the chat room right now. There you go. Bring me some donuts to my table. And I guess we'll stick with 90s pop songs. We'll stick with the 90s themes like last week. If you shout it out, I might hum it or sing it or look it up if I can remember it. You gotta burn it to earn it. Yeah, that's what... Exactly, that's from Piano. White Goodman from Dodgeball. I don't think I've seen that one. That's one of those super goofy... is Ben Stiller in that one? Sounds like something he would be in. I'm a 0. Yeah. I'm a 42. 42 trips around the sun. That's way more than 10. But yeah, if you're not a 10, go ahead and swipe the other way. I don't even know how Tinder works. What else did he say? If you don't pay the rent, you're gonna get evicted. He did say that. He said, I trained her. Yeah, I trained her. He said, if a woman is on your program, then she can stick around. If not, she's literally effing gone. This is poetry, you guys. It's very good. And then he said, if you push back to my opinions, go F yourself. And there were so many bad habits, I had to get out of her. Now, this is something every bride wants to hear. She did have some things to say about him, kind of painting an interesting picture of what goes on in the red pill romance. Didn't look fun. Who turns 42 on Thursday? Slowboy whiteboard. Yay, we're the same age. Happy birthday. Is Melly here? Yes. What's up, Melly? You have a bunny rabbit? Yeah, who wouldn't want to marry this guy? I mean, with all of these sweet words. What was her? Oh, she said, don't let shit fester. And she's had to replace many pieces of furniture because of his temper. So, that was last week. So I think we'll just continue on the theme of delusional expectations versus healthy boundaries, because yeah, I want you guys to have standards. I want you guys to have high standards for partners, because guess what? We're entering WW Trace, looks like, and I guess that's what they're talking about over on our friends' channel. They're talking about Tucker and politics and Tucker's speech. So if you want to hear about politics instead of relationships, maybe that's a good one to check out. Dances with Aardvarks. I like that name. Hello, now I need to work out. Why am I subscribed? This is the end of the rabbit hole. This is it. I have sorted through all of the Matrix and the conspiracy world, and I ended up at church. I'm on the ark. It's the end of it. He knew this one guy who would punch holes through the walls all the time, and they would cover them up with icons. Oh, man. Yeah. What else? What else? Who can we talk about? I did have a rant about whatever. If you guys want to hear that later, maybe we can talk about that. It still sucks. No, yeah, I want you guys to have high standards, because the person you pick is going to be your partner in the arena now, in this day and age, right? Especially as a Christian, you're like a gladiator. You don't want a weak person. You don't want a person you can't trust, right? You want somebody who can be your partner. So Christ is our standard for partner, especially in a marriage, right? So those are impossible standards, but we can try. We can really try. Who says Jamie has better takes than Jay? No, that's not true. We have the same. We just have different frames and perspectives, and so you get a balanced worldview. I vote for rant. Oh, okay, maybe later. Just give me some songs though. Let's start off with some 90s. I was just listening to PM Dawn. That came across my feed this week. Baby, you send me love. How does that go? Set adrift a memory bliss up. And that was even a hook from another song. Know this much is true. But that was Spandau Ballet. That wasn't 90s. That was 80s. So explain the wedding against. Whose was it? Did you attend? No, it was just online. His name was Donovan Sharp, and he's a influencer, Redfield influencer, and they had a ceremony. They had a meeting in a hotel conference room, it looked like, and he basically took it upon himself and all of his phenomenal cosmic powers to pronounce them a man and a woman who live together. It's just funny trying to watch you guys navigate morality without a Christian worldview. It's wild, man, because it's like the things some people think of when you say love is just not what other people would consider love, right? No, we're doing 90s. Much is true. Furniture influenced her. Yeah, so what else? The Cheesecake Factory girl. Okay, so this is funny. This went around, it went viral because this guy tried to take a girl on a date and she made them late for the reservation, and so he decided to go to Cheesecake Factory, and then she started recording herself saying, I ain't going no Cheesecake Factory. Does this look like somebody who wants to go to Cheesecake Factory? He's like, no, it looks more like Waffle House, but I didn't want to say that. Who says, Napoleon Wilson. First thing I found of interest on the YouTubes in 2009 was Jamie and the Freeman Perspective, longtime fan, especially weird stuff and princess programming. Then you popped up on Hoaxbusters. Oh, thanks, Napoleon Wilson. That's really nice of you. Yeah, I'm trying to weasel my way into different circles. I would think Joe Rogan would be interested. He just had a bunch of stuff on Mark of the Beast, and I just did that show on Rockfin about the Mark of the Beast. I thought that was way more interesting than it kind of didn't have the impact I was looking for, because Elon Musk has now made Twitter a financial platform. So this is getting crazy. Cheesecake Factory isn't cheap. No, it's not. And they have this ridiculous menu, like an entire novel for a menu. It's just, you can get anything there. But you have to realize, okay, so if you're going to go on a date with somebody, you want them to have the same type of vibe as you, same values, same worldview, your core beliefs. I mean, they can have different opinions, but your core beliefs, I think you're looking for somebody who's on the same level as you, right? Can you sing the song Monkey by George Michael? I don't know that one. Monkey by George Michael. I'll look it up next time. I'll learn it. Pano said, I remember first seeing Jamie in 2019 when you and Jay did the Freud episode. Oh, okay. Is it an X? Yes. So the Mark of the Beast is an X in a circle. Go look up that Rockfin show. I did. And I put a couple posts on Twitter also about it. But yeah, so that's the new Twitter logo, and they're saying you won't be able to buy or sell without this mark. And now Elon Musk is taking Twitter financial, like you won't even need a bank account or investments. It's all going to be handled on X, right? And what is X is the crossroads, the portal where magic takes place, right? Rachel, what's up, girlfriend? I'm glad you're here. I got a donut chat, Rachel. Are you proud of me? I did it. I'll put the link in right here. Send me some donuts. Maybe just $1 just to see if it's working, if the channel's open or not. Elon said day one of X that he wanted it to be the everything app, aka they want to be able to shut down your bank account like China. Yeah, social credit scores. So this is why you want to be picking a person who knows that Cheesecake Factory is trash. Okay, so whether or not she's too good or not good enough for Cheesecake Factory, you guys got to realize most restaurants are, especially if it's a chain, a corporation, they're all getting their food from the same place, Cisco or these big agricultural supply places. It's not good food. I mean, it might taste good, but there's going to be weird crap in there. I just watched them make some king crab out of concrete, right? They put concrete blocks and bust them up and dye them red and mix them with something, and you think you're eating crab meat and it's blocks. Apostle Paradox, Jamie, you're beautiful. I love you. I love you too. XO is not kisses and hugs, right? It's not all X's and O's. So I guess I'll just have to keep on. I did at Joe Rogan. I was like, got your Mark of the Beast right here. Try and get somebody's attention. I like Texas Roadhouse to be honest. I do like Texas Roadhouse. We call it Willie's just because we knew that Willie Nelson had owned one, and we could never remember the name Texas Roadhouse, but we always remembered that Willie Nelson had one. So to us, it just always became Willie's. But yeah, Texas Roadhouse is good. I wouldn't mind going there on a first date. I think that'd be kind of fun. But yeah, so Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, IHOP, all of these places on the list that girls don't want to go on a first date, I'm going to say valid just because it's gross. Like, seed oils are gross. Like, it is such a pain in the butt to go out to eat because you have to ask, is this butter or margarine or half and half, or is it like whipped up and you're just telling me? Like, is this actual food or cap? Food or cap, right? OMG, the crab meat. I know, it looks disgusting. But we're grateful. I mean, if you like a person and you have to eat at Cheesecake Factory, it's not going to kill you, but it's like, if someone's trying to impress you, I wouldn't take them to Cheesecake Factory. Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden. So the first 5 are here. Okay, so if you want to look it up, look up. Here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date. And there's 28 things, and we're going to be roasting this list, and then we're going to look at the guys' clapback list, and then there was another bonus list, so we're going to have a lot of fun today. Yeah. Places to avoid in general. Just like if it has more than one, you know it's going to be some kind of gross corporate slop. No need to impress anyone. Well, I don't know. If you like a girl, like, I think a man is naturally gonna try to impress someone that he likes. I think it's funny because I've never been on a first date. I've only ever had friends that turn into relationships, so I don't think I've ever been asked out by a stranger with the intent of having a love connection. So I guess I don't have a lot of experience in that. But I think if a guy's not trying to impress you, then he doesn't like you very much. But you don't need to be over the top about it, right? That's why we talked about that, and I said meet at coffee hour, or just like become acquainted before you go and drop $100 to spend time with the girl, or make such an investment. At least know that you kind of like her. As long as she's a 10, right? Yeah, make an effort. Yeah, that's all girls, they just want, it's the thought that counts, right? So I think this is what that list is reflecting. They want to feel like you like them, like you want to impress them. They're trying to impress you, I'm sure. If people would date individuals they met through their family or friends to vouch for them first, they could invite them home and cook a meal. But most people can't show the stranger person where they... Yeah, so don't take a first date to your house. That's not a good idea, especially in today's world. And that's why we need these crazy high standards, because you are picking your gladiator partner, right? Jamie, talk about the hexagon of Saturn. Okay, maybe the next live I'm gonna do when we get home, I think, is gonna be the Beyonce Renaissance concert. That looks wild. I haven't watched it, but I probably would see it at the theater just to analyze it. Best first date, when you watch her through the windows. No. No, that's a bad comment. Your punishment is 10 minutes of Fresh and Fit podcast. That's it. Jamie missed out on those bad first dates. Yeah, I know. So, okay. Oh, and then Cheesecake Factory. So, if you're going on a date with someone and they don't even know, like, base level things that you are aware of, I mean, they're still brushing their teeth with fluoride. That's going to be a lot of work. Trying to train that person like old Donovan. Yeah, the same guy who owns Cheesecake Cheesecake Factory, David Overton, he's the CEO of the franchise, which is like $2 billion franchise, also funded a 66,000 square foot New Age temple complex in Walnut Creek, California for a guru named Mayor Baba. So this is getting weird because Cheesecake Factory, the ambiance of it is kind of, it's like quasi-esoteric. It's like the corporate Memphis of esoteric. It's just like, why is there a serpent? Why is there some androgynous faces? Kind of looks like an Egyptian temple. This is why, because the David Overton is a worshiper of Mayor Baba, who they thought was an avatar of Buddha and Christ, and is the guy who the song Don't Worry, Be Happy is dedicated to. So, Mayor Baba, some guru, Sadhguru. His devotees include Bobby Darin, I guess. Don't worry, be happy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right? Remember that song? What's wrong with fluoride? Come on. Apostle Paradox. Well, that's why you need to be here in this chat. Everyone tell him what's wrong with fluoride. Cheesecake Factory lights are literally the Eye of Sauron. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It does look like the Eye of Sauron. Rachel's cooking for Andrew. See, that's what I'm talking about. No Cheesecake Factory. Rachel's elite. Andrew's getting that home-cooked love. Sure, there's no crazy oils in that good food she's making. What are you making, Rachel? I'm curious. Whoa, dude. My first date with my husband is at a rave. That's cute. Yeah, so Cheesecake Factory's got the giant menu. It's got the weird decor. Because it is connected to this crazy New Age complex in California. And Sufism Reoriented. So that was Mayor Baba's movement. It was something called Sufism Reoriented. It was built to withstand the big quake more than once. Yeah, so I watched this video of the people who built this New Age temple. And they were talking about the big one, the big quake in California that's, gonna split the whole thing open and LA's gonna fall off into the sea. So this temple is built to withstand that, and they made the point to say more than one giant earthquake it's going to withstand. So do you think Cheesecake Factories are going to be the only thing left after all of the disasters, all the big ones? It'll be Cheesecake Factory and Bubba Shrimp. I wonder who did that. The what is even that called? The Forrest Gump restaurant, remember? Bubba Gump Shrimp. Yeah. What a goofy thing. Has anyone ever eaten a Bubba Gump? I'm curious. Rachel's making French toast. Oh, that sounds good. Bacon and I love breakfast for dinner. I love that. Sounds good. Yeah, soulless overpriced chain restaurants. Exactly. So this temple, Cheesecake Temple, is 2/3 underground. What? Now we're getting interesting. It's all based on ecumenism, so it's got this giant marble floor, and on it has like a cross, a star of David, a crescent and a star for Islam, and I think an Om for Buddhism. So it had like all of it was like a coexist bumper sticker, basically, on the mosaic on the floor of this place. And there is a sculpture that took 10 years apparently to make called The New Being. And it's an androgynous being, obviously. Like, why wouldn't it be, right? Speaking of California breaking off into the ocean and 90s music, Enema was a good song. I don't know that one. Fluoride shrimp. My kids back to my husband and I take them to Bubba Shrimp in Gatlinburg. It was horrible. Yeah. You know what was so bad? We ate it. Oh, man. Who's that lady? Butter and oil. Butter and oil. Oh, what's her name? Paula Deen. So, yeah, we ate at Paula Deen's kitchen in Nashville one time. And it was gross. It was like family style, which is all, like a little cup of everything that you would have at like Thanksgiving or something, like green beans, sweet potatoes, corn, mashed potato, and then a meat. But I honestly thought I was going to get food poisoning. The chicken was really undercooked. It's not good. Fluoride Deception by Christopher Bryson. Exactly. The case against fluoride. If you guys, if you're still using fluoride, what are you doing? You need to be here. Welcome to baby's first conspiracy theory. Your toothpaste is poison. Right? Yeah, get that fluoride out. And don't date people that brush their teeth with fluoride. Don't date people who want to go to Cheesecake Factory and Applebee's. Chili's, Chipotle. Chili's and Applebee's is just like the same, I don't know, hybrid thing. Chipotle is McDonald's. They're owned by McDonald's. Or at least they were. I don't know if they still are. Don't eat at Paula Deen's kitchen. Butter and oil. Where's the songs? Paula Deen's fried Chewbacca knuckles. Gross. Hydroxy Petite. Yeah. I use Hydroxy Petite. Works good. I get the non-fluoridated Hydroxy Petite from Amazon. What else? Okay, so these gross restaurants. Oh, we were talking about the new being. He's androgynous, or he, she, the sculpture in the Cheesecake Religion compound, where they have 47,000 cheesecakes stored underground in this facility for the apocalypse. So the androgynous sculpture is about the evolution of consciousness, and it's a androgynous thing in monarch butterflies. Surprise, surprise. Are you surprised? Surprise, surprise. I love these lives because everyone gets to see how funny Jamie's. Oh, thank you. Try to be funny. What can you do? It's like you have to laugh at tragic things or you'll just cry. Because you guys, I used to be a level 10 people pleaser doormat. Okay, so you gotta have standards, and they can't be delusional, but you have to have some healthy boundaries versus delusional expectations, right? Now I'm only level 5 people pleaser, so I'm getting better, right? When me and Jay had to take a personality test for our premarital counseling on people pleasing, I scored like the most and he scored like the least, because he's honest. Like, he's just like, it is what it is. He's teaching me how to stop having so much anxiety. So no Olive Garden. That sounds gross too. Come on, you guys. Olive Garden, like that's just a joke. I'm sorry if you like these things. You have to ask them to cook in butter or olive oil. Because we're not doing seed oils anymore. I don't know if you guys got the memo. That stuff is poison. And plus, if you don't have it for a while, like if you don't have cheap fried food for a long time and then you smell it, it smells really bad. It smells like rancid. Yeah, Rachel, people pleaser. Yeah, man. You gotta have boundaries or they'll just like suck you dry. They'll turn you into a stump like the Giving Tree. Melly's a people pleaser. Shout out. Yeah, that was an official diagnosis actually. Yeah, Andrew is highly disagreeable, and Rachel wants to make everyone happy. I don't think Jay's disagreeable. He's just when he's done, he's done. He's not going to just. It's weird because everyone knows corn is indigestible, but they will eat canola oil and high fructose corn syrup, both poison non-food dyes. I know. Like a lot of the food is actually could be used as like mild cleaning products. Like you can clean your house with Coke, like your toilets with Coca-Cola. I use vinegar and lemons for a lot of household and just like pure Castile soap. We don't use a lot of chemicals. So this is the kind of people kind of vetting that you have to do. Like, do I have to teach you everything? Are we going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings? That's where this is number 9. Okay, so yeah, so number 1 was Cheesecake Factory. Now we know why, because freaking Mayor Baba is guru of Cheesecake Factory. What's up, Baselit Antlers? I've never been in an Olive Garden, Airbnb, or Walmart. You've been in a Walmart. Come on. That's not a thing. Are you serious? Yeah. That's funny. So, they don't want to go. The first 5 are gross restaurants. Number 6, the movies. So I don't mind a movie date, but apparently the women have voted and they would rather chat than stare at a movie. Your house, number 7. Yeah, don't take a girl to your house. That's not classy. On a house date, unless it's like, I don't know, when would that be acceptable? Surprise storm. I don't know, people of Walmart. Well, how could you never go to Walmart? You just refuse. I'm proud of you, actually. That is a feat. He's a Walmart virgin. Is that because you hate them, or that you just don't have one? Because I've lived in some very remote places. Literally the only store is Walmart. Hater Fulano's never been to Walmart, but that's because he's from Chile, so. Don't take her to Walmart on a date. Is that on here? No. What else? Any fast food chain. Good. There's people in it. Right? Did you hear me? Walmart is made of people. There's human DNA in McDonald's. Can you hear me when I whisper? Somebody tell me. Yeah, any fast food chain. So what they just found out, Chick-fil-A had super high amount of chemicals, drugs, fast food chains are weapons systems. Okay, they're not even restaurants. These are designed to pump in poison to you as fast as possible and make it readily available to as many people as possible. You can chat about life via movies and glean information about your date's opinions. Yeah, if it's like a show, I don't mind a show, because then that takes some pressure off of like thinking about things to talk about. It doesn't have to be a movie. What if it was a play? What if it was ice skating? What if it was a ballet? What if it, like, think outside the box, you guys. There's more to life than movies, which I love. But there's more going on. What else? I heard Jay lives in a very prestigious aisle of Walmart. Yeah. His french fries. Don't eat fast food, you guys. Come on, there's people in there. There's literally human DNA in fast food. If Did you see the video about Wendy's giving $1 burgers? They said they are putting something in them to experiment. See? And they were trying to give you burgers to get the jib jabs. Don't go to, just never go there. That's number 8. So I think this list is pretty based so far. I think the only thing on here that I didn't agree with was the movies. But just pick something else. Just pick something unique. Don't go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Women don't want to go to Wingstop. So, okay, no wings. We're winged out for first dates. Red Lobster. That sounds disgusting. Lobsters look gross. And they're like giant insects of the ocean. They're water bugs. They're filters. What are they? Crustaceans. Or scavengers. I don't want to eat a red lobster. Come on, human, just look it up. Probably the bug powder. They got, yeah. Yeah, so pretty soon this stuff is going to be made of bug powder. Oh, and they're finding out the same people who are allergic to shellfish and stuff like that are going to be allergic to cockroaches and bugs. Send me some songs. Send me some donut chats. Rachel can't eat shellfish. What else? They don't want to go to a buffet. Okay. That's a little specific. I guess women have had a bad experience at a buffet. Buffets for grandmas anyways. Like, who even likes buffets anymore? Buffet is boomer tier, right? Remember Sizzler? That was like an elite buffet. Sizzler. Lab-grown meats, that's gonna be coming down. So is cannibals. Buffet all day. The best buffet I ever had was in Las Vegas at the Paris Hotel. Like, the thing was set up like a French village. If you're gonna go to a buffet, make it be like Paris Casino buffet. Or Sizzler. I wouldn't even be mad at that. But like, what is that one with the chocolate fountain? That sounds so gross. Do you know what I'm talking about? My grandparents used to go to buffets in Vegas and get us all our Christmas presents from them. Paul, what's up? You made it. I'm so happy. Now we've got Baselit and Rachel and Paul and Slowboy and Pano. And I think we're having a lot of fun. Except for no one sent me any donuts yet. So Paul's getting his deck of cards with a hole punched through him from Las Vegas, right? My grandma, she loved cards and she loved like that aesthetic. She's very glamorous. And I remember she would come back from Vegas with like packs of playing cards, but they all had a hole punched through them because like when they take them off the gambling floor, they have to like destroy them somehow, but they can also resell them. It's pretty funny. Ibarra's chocolate fountain? No, that's not the one. It's called Golden Corral. Ugh. Don't take a date to Golden Corral. Don't even go there. Same with IHOP Denny's. I can't believe you guys still eat this stuff. I used to eat it. Oh, I used to eat at Denny's when we were teenagers, Christian teens. We'd go to Denny's after church every time. That was freaking fun. I loved that time, that Denny's time. Then you gotta grow up and realize this isn't real food and the eggs are like neon green. Denny's, it just smells like a fryer when you walk in. The Denny's smell, I can still smell it. Rachel hates Golden Corral too. Paul got hats, wallets, teddy bears, all stamped with the budget casino's names all over them. Yeah, yeah. That's funny. Golden Corral, a golden trough. Ugh. IHOP, gross. Pancakes are gross. Sorry, I don't know. I don't like pancakes. A waffle's okay. A crepe, that will do. But a pancake just sits in my stomach like concrete. It's nasty. So who else? Who wants to go to the gym on a first date? Anybody? That's number 15 of the girls' no-no list. You want to go work out? Get your cardio on? Why would that even be on a list? Like, so enough people have been to the gym on a first date? That's kind of like Aaron's date. Like, do you want to go to Kroger with me? Do you want to go to the car wash? Do you want to go to the gym? Church? Now, okay, so that 16 is church? No. That should be where you meet, ideally. Or something church adjacent. Jamie, I will bake you fluorite pancakes. No, I don't want that. Let's break a sweat together. Hiking? That sounds sweet. I don't think they would like that though. I think hiking's on here actually. Maybe not. Let's see. So 16 church. They don't want to go to church on a date, but should have met at church. Yeah, you can count each other's reps and wipe down the sweat off each other's seats. That sounds fun. 17, Starbucks. Or number 17 is Starbucks explicitly, and number 18 is coffee dates. So they don't want coffee dates, they don't want Starbucks. Here again, it's just because she wants to feel like you're not like doing this all the time. She wants to feel like she's not just in your rotation. You're not spinning plates. You know, coffee date says, I don't want to invest anything in getting to know you. And honestly, like, how much is the dinner anyways? Like, I take my mom out to dinner and I pay for the whole thing, and it's okay. Like, I'm not crying because I had to buy somebody else dinner. I buy people dinner all the time. Coffee dates aren't bad. Hiking would be fun. Starbucks most likely puts graphene in. Yeah, so Starbucks is gross too. If you knew a cool, hip coffee shop that's like also serves, you know, slices of pizza and the atmosphere is neat. I'm thinking of, we used to go to this place in Austin called Epoch Coffee before it got woke. And they threw us out during COVID for having too many people. Before that, in like before 2010, we would all go to Epoch and hang out, and that would be a cool place to take a date for sure. Baselit says, don't go to the fair, carnival, in Astroworld, or the movies. Yeah. Oh, the movie Us. Yeah. Let me defend coffee dates in the sense of you don't know the person at all. You should keep it light and try to get a sense of their political beliefs and core values before dropping $200. Yeah, so just get to know them and make sure they don't brush their teeth with fluoride. And don't drink Starbucks. Now this one, I don't know. I feel kind of like sad about it. Ice cream dates. That's a easy way to get to know somebody, but I guess these women are the clock is ticking. They don't want no ice cream. They want to know you can pay for a baby. No ice cream. Family functions. They don't want to meet your family right away. Movie night, Netflix, Hulu, and etc. Okay, so yeah, Netflix and chill. Come on, that's a lazy date. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Okay, well, I mean, I don't think the girl should be driving a whole long way to go on a date anyways. I just don't think that. Unless she knows him pretty well. He should probably come to her. Red pill them to the dangers of fluoride. Somebody just dropped a bunch of books in here and documentaries in the chat about fluoride. Yeah, coffee date equals fluoride check. And that goes for anybody too. Like, why are you listening to all these chowder heads online, red pill and etc.? And they're probably have their brains full of fluoride too. Slow boy my word. There must be. What else? They don't want to drive far. Number 23, bowling. Who wants to go bowling on a date? Anybody? Do we even bowl anymore? I don't even know. Like, it's been years. Is bowling a boomer thing? Do you want to go? Maybe, like, ironically, if there's bumpers and it's 90s night, like, yeah, like, why no songs right now, you guys? Where are my songs? Because bowling is kind of awkward anyways. I mean, especially if you're not good at it and they're just like staring at your behind while you throw a ball into a gutter. Melly loves bowling. Somebody take Melly bowling on for a date. See, that's what I mean. A guy approaching Melly saying, I want to go bowling, she's into it. But maybe another girl isn't. And that's why you have to learn about women specifically, not all women, because not all women are going to respond the same way. I think you should know that. There is no key to unlock all women because we're so different. Men are different too, but it's just pointless to try to understand women as a monolith. So who's going to take Melly bowling tonight? Anybody? Let's make a love connection. Wouldn't that be sweet? If somebody met in my chat and then you can invite me to your wedding, that would be so cute. Like if somebody was a fan of Big Lebowski and he found that out. Oh, Henry says you keep missing my song selection. Sorry. Ooh, I got a super chat. Super chat. Genesis Kelgar, $4.99. I like over roasted, oily, burnt tasting coffee, so I like Starbucks. Okay, well, carry on, my wayward son. Someone says 420 friendly is key. You gotta find someone who vibes with your vibe. How does Melly look? Is she a 10? Of course. Anybody who's here, obviously, is a 10. All of my mods are beyond 10. If you're here, you're pretty smart. What if someone suffered a traumatic bowling experience? Exactly. So, obviously, according to all the internet women, number 23 on this list, bowling is out. 24, they don't want to go to nightclubs on a date. Okay. I think that's self-explanatory. Do we even do that anymore? Who put a something in the chat if you've been to a nightclub recently. Like, I think that's only something that they do in Miami and like in movies. I don't know. can't even remember ever being in a nightclub. Maybe sometime when I was 19 years old. Rachel, I'm a solid adjustable 6. No way. You're way higher than a 6. Because you're pretty and 5 is average. And you're way prettier than that. I'm like a 5, but I'm not annoying. And I'm a really good cook. Nightclubs. Yeah. College kids, I guess, maybe go to nightclubs. You guys go to nightclubs? Dive bar? Karaoke sounds fun. I'm trying to do karaoke, but there's no songs to sing. I went to a club that was centered around line dancing. That sounds really fun. See, I like doing new things like line dancing or escape room or what else? Take Baselit to a Walmart. He's never done that before, unless he refuses. Hookah bar. I don't know why you don't want to go to a hookah bar. Maybe they just don't like it. Do you guys like hookah? A bar for just drinks. So this is number 26. And I guess that's like equal to coffee. Just drinks is like a coffee date. Farmer's market? Maybe. Newports. Okay. Number 27, Waffle House. That sounds disgusting. And you probably will get murdered. Number 28, sports event. I think that's pretty... And unless she really likes, like, the Dodgers or is a really big Cowboys fan, I don't think a lot of girls want to go to baseball games, especially, those are hella long, dude. Like, a basketball game, maybe... could be fun if it's like Lakers or somebody fun. Corn mazes? Who's doing the corn maze date? Pumpkin patch date. Rachel says take base to Walmart and ride the motorized hand planet car. Exactly. Yeah. Or they have those like like ride the Donald Duck or Mickey or those thingies. There's lots to do at Walmart. That's funny. A hookah isn't that a lady of the night? No, hookah's like that sheesh, the hashish, not hashish, but it's like a little flavored thing that you smoke. You don't get high or anything. Round, round, get around, I get around. That's not. My blouse is pretty. Oh, thank you. Take your friend's rich dad's classic car for a joyride to a fine restaurant and a museum and sing on a parade float. Exactly. That's what every woman wants. She wants the day from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right? The entire day of like fun and whimsy and spontaneity and attention. That's cute how he broke her out of class. Remember that? Come rescue me from high school. Take me to a museum in Chicago. Rachel Wilson, refresh your dono chat. You have a couple. How do I do that? I don't know. I'm still learning. Do I have to go to dono chat? And museum bookstore. Yeah, okay, a bookstore is a really fun date. Like Jay and I, we've been to every bookstore in Nashville on dates. Those were really fun. Take your date and hijack. Thank God, no. Picnic at the lake. First date, I don't know. That sounds kind of risky. No offense, but like... first date, we want to stay in public, I think. So maybe like at a picnic area at the lake. What? I just heard some lady was like, he wanted to take me to a field. A walk in a field behind Joanne Fabrics. Sounds like a fun date. Yes, log into your dono chat. Okay, hold on. Now you guys gotta watch me try and figure out. Computer things. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow. All that she wants is another baby. Yeah. So if you are inside in the day is right. Okay. Don't turn the phone. Dono chat dashboard. Oh, okay, here they are. Sweet. Okay, 1337, Moldy Apple, no message. Thank you for 1337. Thank you. 399, Brody Alexander, thanks for all you do. Thank you too. This is fun. Rachel Wilson's $10. Yay, I'm glad you're doing live streams. I'm glad you're here and help me with the donut chat. Horatio, dear Miss Hanshaw, I love your channel and God bless you. Furthermore, I need relationship advice. Okay. I'm engaged to my fiance, but there are things about her that I think will lead to a divorce if we are married. Well, what are they? I need more data. Horatio, are you both in church? What are the red flags? Because we're getting up to the men's list now. So what do you think? Do you guys think that the women were reasonable, or were they expecting too much? Did they deserve that Cheesecake Factory? I'm on Cheesecake Factory girl's side, and maybe not for the reasons that I mean, you don't have to go to Ruth's Chris on the first date, but Cheesecake Factory sounds gross. Let's see. What did I just ask you? Oh, I need more details about your relationship problems. And we're going to the male list now. And you guys are going to weigh in and tell me, are those delusional expectations or healthy boundaries? You're going to vote. You can go to a haunted house on the first date. Well, that vasopressin, you get that adrenaline running, that will lead to attraction, won't it? A scary movie. Let's see. Okay, so the men responded with a 21 point. This isn't about dates. This is just kind of like about women in general, all red flaggy types of women they don't want. So now we're getting to what men are not looking for. Number 1, single mothers. I don't know. I don't know why you have to drag single mothers so much. It's not like they woke up and was like, I would love to be the world's biggest pariah and do this all by myself. I mean, how do you think they got that way? And why is being a single father not a red flag? So, because she's that song. What? They don't want, what is that song? All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. All that she wants is another baby. Ace of Base. So, the red-pilled men have heard Ace of Base song too many times. And they got it stuck in their head that all women want is just babies to trap men, right? I think it depends on why a woman exactly is a single mother. Yeah. All that she wants is another baby. Yeah, why? And what if you went on a date with a guy and he had a family? Like, why would you want to date a single father? So I think it's pretty valid, right? What a gift a man could give to be a parent, step parent or not. Oh, that's nice. See, Paul's sweet. Slowboy says, I was sad the Nashville October Tim Gordon debate never went anywhere. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They were kind of dejected, I would say, after that debate, after Jay got done with them. Some single moms were saved from unaliving through their kid. Yeah, all depends, right? What if she is a widow? I mean, that's what I mean about watching these people try to navigate morality without the church is just kind of wild. Yeah, single dads too. I wouldn't want one of those guys with a bunch of baby mamas just dropping seed everywhere. Exactly. No Pookies. No Ray Rays. We don't know what a guy with, 5 baby mamas. Number 2, women with tattoos. It is what it is. If you have tattoos, guys have unanimously voted that they do not like them. But people continue to get them. I have a tattoo. It's not the end of the world. Let's see. Number 3, women who dress like this in public. I guess there was another picture attached to this. It's probably like yoga pants, which I agree. Yoga pants is not an outfit, right? It's for the gym date. If your gym bro wants to take you on a gym date, you can wear them yoga pants, but that's not date and public attire, is it? It's hard, the single parent thing, because although it'd be tough transition, but through the church, I'd like to think it could be transfigured into a great new life for y'all. That is the point of the entire church, is to heal people and reconcile the worst thing that ever happened to you, and God turns that into the best thing that ever happened to you. Right? Pano says, some women with tats can still kill. I'm assuming that means they're still attractive. No, face tattoos? No. I mean, that's kind of indicative of some personality. Problematic personality. Dresses are the most beautiful thing. That's true. Yogurt pants. I wear my tights and purple headband every day. Are yoga pants black magic? That's what we were talking about in that Rockfin show. So, number 4, they do not want sex workers, OF girls, mattress actress, exotic dancers, call girls, and escort, Instagram models, bottle girls, etc. I think that's pretty reasonable. Instagram models. I don't know. I think anybody who leads with their sexuality, you're going to have problems with them. There's going to be a lot of insecurity if they're leaking their sex energy, right? But what about those glued jewels on the teeth? Oh, yeah. Yikes. Anything that's like mod, I don't like. I don't like face piercings, just personally. I mean, you can have a little nose ring that looks cute, but just get like a clippy one. Don't pierce your skin, right? And if you have to glue something to your tooth, that's just not healthy. No, that's not good for your teeth. It's going to make you uglier in the long run. Pano says, listen to the Dr. Day tapes. He describes the changes in women's fashion being made to draw men's eyes towards you. Yeah? Doesn't take much. Slowboy says, I was in the other room and heard mattress action. Yeah. So this is a list of 21 things that men do not want in a woman. So far, I think they're reasonable. But then they're getting a little weird. But yeah, somebody who works in the industry, right? I don't think guys are looking to wife up women who have to do things like that. Number 5, women with an Instagram page. Okay, so I understand if she's, a booty model and you don't appreciate that, but just having an Instagram account, I don't think that's a red flag. I think that's kind of silly. She's allowed to have hobbies and interests and show off. I mean, remember that Catholic girl who posted her mass fit and everybody had a fit and saying she was vain and all this stuff? It's like, come on, people can't even have fun anymore. Sometimes I think red pill people just don't like to see women having fun and enjoying themselves at all. Let's see. Dresses conceal more. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You can take yourself from a 5 to an 8 just by dressing feminine and wearing a dress and having long hair and having a clean face and not a lot of wild clown accoutrements. I mean, if you look like a healthy young lady with healthy hair and skin, it's very easy to attract more of a high value man. I hate that term, but Tumblr account a red flag? Isn't Tumblr for like emo millennials? I don't even know about Tumblr. Let's refresh the dono chat and see if Horatio, there, I said it correctly. Horatio was supposed to give me some red flags. And we will refresh this and see. We're all going to weigh in on your relationship. Okay, we got one. She goes between stages of love bombing and being disrespectful. She is impatient and sometimes I feel like she is not willing to work with me despite claiming to. Well, handling her disrespect, I mean, you've got to have your boundary as a man. You can't let her walk on you. She's not going to respect that. I would just flat out tell her what you said was disrespectful. I don't appreciate it, and see how she reacts to that. She's impatient. These aren't huge red flags. These are things that you work out. You rub off on each other and make each other better. It's not like the dominant sharp training, like a dolphin training, but by the sacrifice of your example, I think women are a lot more plastic than men are. It's a lot easier to, for lack of a better word, train them just by being a good example. Love bombing and disrespectful. She's patient. Okay, what else? I don't know if she's a narcissist. Maybe. The whole culture is set up to create narcissists. This whole thing, 20th century, is a narcissist factory assembly line, isn't it? So that's why we gotta know. We gotta know our boundaries and do our homework, so we can protect ourselves from narcissistic people. I mean, what would happen if Teal Swan and Andrew Tate got married? I don't know, it would just like be some kind of CERN implosion, like dark matter creation moment, right? Rachel says, I think Jamie gives good relationship advice. Well, thank you. I like getting along with people. I like relationships. The love bombing disrespectful thing. Yeah, does he know about women's hormone cycles? Good point. That is such a good point. She's going to be 4 different women every month. So might as well learn about that. Paul says, 20th Century, Century of the Self. That's a great documentary. That's like one of the ones that I watched a long time ago. It's called Century of the Self. And he makes a joke, 21st Century of the Selfie. Exactly. That's what's good. Good joke. I'll give you a little sticker thing for that. Woohoo. Yeah, if Andrew Tate and Teal Swan got together, that would open a portal to the multiverse. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That would be like the heavyweights of narcissism. Maybe they're the perfect couple. What if it canceled it out? What if there was so much audacity in both of them that if they got together, it somehow did like an alchemical transformation and they like ended up better. Slowboy says, I'm never disrespectful, but I definitely get pretty bad PMS and it turns me into a passive aggressive. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so what else? Women with an IG page. Well, just because she has an account, that's not a red flag. That's a little weird. Okay, number 6, women with non-ear piercings. Okay. It is what it is. You have spoken. They don't want... I think a little belly button piercing is kind of cute, but if... I don't like the eyebrow... Like anything that's going to add a pockmark to your face, I'm not about that. Number 7, women with purple hair or any other unnatural color. There again. And you can tell who doesn't really give a crap what men think about them anymore is when they start with that purple hair, blue hair, whatever, right? It's like those creatures that are like highly toxic and they all have like vibrant colors so the predators don't eat them. I think that's what they're doing. Rachel, I'm not a piercing person. Yeah, those things get infected and they can get tugged on and like, what? Why? Number 8, women with HEAOU friends. 304 friends. Okay, women with 304 friends. What do you think? Yeah, bright colors are like the poisonous animals signaling to you that they're toxic. Can you explain the 4 different women? Okay, so there's 4 phases in the cycle, the hormonal cycle of a woman. The menstrual, the luteal, the ovulation, and can't remember, but just look up the 4 cycles. So it's pretty much like just like spring, summer, winter, fall, winter, and the winter is the menstrual cycle, and then the spring is when it's over. So you're gonna have different feelings about things depending on what kind of hormones you have. Someone says, off topic, but thanks for the podcast you make. I listen on the way to work, long commute. It's fun and informative. You're welcome. Thank you, Marcus. Moldy Apple says, first date matching tattoos. There you go. Hey, if some guys are into tattoos and some women are into tattoos. Honestly, though, the more you look at these things, the more you're going to have to, like, think about, okay, is this actually good for my body? So we were talking about those restaurants that the women don't want to go to, somehow instinctively know that all that food is disgusting. Body mod can lead to infections, illness, tattoo inks can make you sick. It's just a lot can go wrong. And I don't like messing with your physiology if you don't have to. That's why that whole Transformer stuff is like crazy to me. Because why would you want to make yourself a slave to doctor's visits and medications? And I mean, that's how they get you. That's how they get all the money out of you. But you're submitting yourself to being under like crazy medical treatments for your whole life. Let's see. I learned from my last relationship, you can learn a lot about her standards by meeting her friends. Okay, yeah. So, especially if she has like wild friends and they go to nightclubs and they want to, have the Beyonce single ladies life. And if you get into a relationship with her, I hate to say this, but a lot of times if she goes to her single friends for advice, the advice is going to be just dump him. Because they're single, and that's the only reason. And same with ladies who are married with, I'm not saying you can't have single friends, but I'm just saying this is just a factor to keep in mind, is your single friends are always going to tell you you need to be single. Number 9, models who market to men. Okay, I thought every guy wanted to date a model. I don't understand. What is this? You just want her to be a model underneath the shroud, right? You don't want to. But they specifically say number 9, models who market to men. Okay, so that's like the Budweiser model. That's the car show models. Budweiser's. What else has bikini models? So if you are a bejeweled iPhone is a red flag. That's funny. Someone says, I've dated models. They're awful. Well, that's what I'm talking about. People who lead with their sexuality. You're not always going to have a good time. What if she's a Sears catalog model? Is that okay? What if she's like a 90s like momcore model with like a vest and a jean skirt and a big t-shirt, white t-shirt with a vest on it? What if she's that kind of model? Or she's a JCPenney model? You could be a part-time model. What is that? Flight of the Conchords song? How does that go? Melissa's here. Trainer Melissa, what's up? I already went through the list of all the places that you do not want to go on a first date. And now we're talking about guys who want to date models, but not models who market to men. They only want to date like Joanne Fabric dress pattern models. Right? Okay, number 10. Women who travel regularly. Well, you just showed up at the perfect time because I know Melissa has traveled regularly and she's made a hobby and a job and a career out of traveling, I don't see that as a red flag at all. I've been to many, many places. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I don't think that's a red flag. I think you're just jealous. I think, women who travel regularly. So I think this is just like guys who think that they're going to hook up wherever they go, which is not true. Red flag is really, really, really good at makeup and does it every day. I thought you want girls to look good. I don't understand. That's so funny to me. Like, guys say they don't like makeup. And you're like, okay, but if you don't wear makeup, you look like, the crypt keeper. Yeah, Melissa was a travel agent. I don't think that's a red flag. Women who travel regularly are not, they're not doing XEX tourism. They're not all going to Africa to get like a, big boyfriend. They're not passport girls. You ever heard of a passport gal? Passport sisses? No, I don't think so. What do you think? Travel, yes or no? Why is traveling a red flag? I think they're just insecure about her cheating. A very pious Orthodox woman is what I think we should be looking for. Exactly. Guys don't like obvious makeup. They often don't even know we wear makeup if it's subtle. Exactly. They want you to look like you are beautiful. They don't want you to look like a peacock. They just want you to look like natural. But they don't realize that the natural look still takes makeup because we're all being poisoned. I don't know if you got the memo, but this place is toxic. We're breathing in heavy metals. We are bathing in petrochemicals and forever chemicals. I mean, we're all slowly having the life choked out of us, so let us wear a little bit of concealer, I think. Number 11, women who drink liquor regularly. Okay, that's pretty reasonable. They didn't say you can't have it at all, but I think regular, that's a red flag of we shouldn't. I mean, most alcohol is poisoned with GMOs. There's a couple clean drinks you can get, like organic red wine. I think whiskey's safe, vodka is safe, and tequila, but the rest is going to be causing problems. So yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. Number 12, women with weak absentee fathers. Okay. But how is that her fault? I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot to put on a woman, a girl. She had nothing to do with that. I mean, I could understand why you don't want those issues. And that's up to you. You can have your Delulu standards, or you can, I'm just kidding. You can have your healthy boundaries. But you're going to be wondering why you're still alone if you've got delusional expectations. And culture has made it so that, pretty much every girl nowadays has some kind of father wound issue with, how they were treated. Rachel says, I love bourbon, but rarely drink anymore. What? That sounds good. What do I like? I hardly ever drink, but I do like a mojito maybe, or a margarita. That's pretty much. Melly says, what was number 12 again? Number 12, women with weak absentee fathers. So, Your choice, but I think that's going to be everybody. I think a 1 in a million is not going to have any issue with her parents, especially her dad. Red flag, has developed a man's physique. Okay. A lot of dads LARP as authoritarian personality caricature. Yeah. A lot of them just don't even care. A lot of them not even there. Trainer Melissa says, absent father is legit, but she can overcome it if a man treats her kindly. Good point. And shows her that a man can be reliable. Exactly. Otherwise, she has no reason to think men are reliable. That's a very good point. I heart that. Piano, exactly. This fallen world produces red flags. Spot on. Okay, number 13. Women who live alone. What choice does she have? Live with her parents? Live with roommates? What if they are 304s? Checkmate. I don't know. I think no women prefer to live alone. I think that's only something that is a last resort. I don't think that's completely under her control either. But it is dangerous to live alone as a woman. But it is also more peaceful, especially if you are very clean, neat, orderly, organized person on a rigid schedule. I think a lot of high value women are type A, would like to live alone. Number 14, I don't know what this means. Women with party voice. What does that even mean? What's a party voice? Is it like Paris Hilton? Like, let's go party. Like, is that what that means? Somebody help me out while I check this donuts. See if I got more donuts. I hope we're helping Horatio. You don't have to throw the whole girl away. I don't think these things alone will lead to a divorce. And just the fact that you are on top of it, thinking that, I think you can get ahead of these problems, honestly. Okay, no more donuts, but we need some more songs. Hot party boys. What's a party boy? I don't even know. Let's party. Number 15, women on dating apps. Okay. Valid. But how are you supposed to meet them? And you're on dating apps, so I don't understand. What do you want? Number 16, women who have been on Fresh and Fit. So yeah, nobody wants those women. Newsflash, they get the worst women they can find. Duh. Where do they even find these people? Where does whatever even find, like, this cavalcade of, I don't know. So they don't want those women. They just want to disparage them. So those women are trash. I mean, I'm not saying that. According to these people, these guys who've made this list. And a lot of guys, I think, put you in 3 categories. It's like the keepers and the sweepers and the sleepers or something like that. Like, there's wife tier, and then there's they'll sleep with you tier, and then there's like you don't even exist because you're not attractive to me tier. But yeah, the women who've been on Fresh and Fit and whatever, it's like nobody obviously wants to date them. Or wants to wife them, I should say. They do want to get to know them in a biblical sense. Is there a woman who knows where she wants to eat? Yeah, well, we just read that list of like 10 places she doesn't want to eat, so narrow it down. I mean, your town has to have some kind of like local business restaurant that's not a huge chain with food from Cisco that arrives all frozen and all I have to do is like unthaw it and sprinkle some canola oil on it. Sarah says, I agree with most of these terms, but it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's usually said in a hateful way. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with like the whatever. I mean, I bet you $1 million that Brian, I don't even want to go, like, do I have to talk about these people? Like, why is he surrounding himself with these people 24/7 if all they're going to do is just dunk on them? It's just kind of weird to me. Whatever. They're just a bunch of guys like... Never mind. It's giving dysgenics, guys. It's giving dystopia. And why can't they have a show about something that means something? Why does it have 2 million viewers just dunking on 304s all the time? Why can't he be talking about, you know, ending the Federal Reserve or whatever Tucker is talking about? I mean, aren't we over just watching clowns do clown things? Okay, Christian Pethukov, $10. Came an hour late, not getting the donut references. Have a blessed Sunday. Oh, okay, because I got a dono chat. So I was trying to test that and see if the money was coming through. I'm going to put a link in there right now. Demgenics. Yeah. Marcus says, marriage is about martyrdom and sacrifice. I did find a video, like the sweetest thing, and I could swear I bookmarked it on TikTok, but it was just this guy and his wife was like basically a vegetable, and it just showed this montage of him taking care of her from being able to not even move. Like all she could do was blink, and he's there night and day at her bedside. He's like cycling her legs so she doesn't get atrophied. He's spoon feeding her. He's singing to her. He's making her laugh. He's dancing. He's holding up their child. And like the progression, it'll make you cry if you saw it. I wish I would have saved it. I'm sorry, but you can see he's shampooing her hair, even though he had to shave her head, probably just to have easier care of her hygiene. But he's shampooing that buzz cut. He's taking care of the baby, and you can see little by little she can sit up. And then in the next video, she can move her arms. In the next video, she can like wobble around a little bit or blink. Or, like, so it was just literally his love that brought her back from worse than the grave, being a prisoner inside her body, and now she can walk again. That's what I'm talking about. When I say love, that's what I mean. I mean like full-on Notebook love, okay? I don't mean I'm glad that you do things for me. That's not love. Right? When Andrew Tate makes a video and he's like, I'm gonna teach you how to cheat on your girlfriend so you can just go sleep with whoever you want and you can crawl back in bed with the girl you love. I'm like, that's not love, that's a parasite. Right? I do not think it means what you think it means when a lot of people say love. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. Let's go back to our guys list, and then we're just going to do a little bonus girl clapback list. So they don't want drinkers. They don't want the party voice. Is that Paris Hilton? And plus, where are my songs, you guys? Am I just missing them? Melissa wants Notebook love too. Yeah. That's what I mean. Girls are like, would you love me if I was a worm? That was a meme that went around, and guys didn't understand what that meant. But Literally, yes. If you were a worm and you couldn't get out of bed, would I change your bedpan? That's love. Love it's not a feeling. It's a demonstration of behavior over time. It's a thing that you do. Yeah, Paul said love is an action, not mere affection. Exactly. Party voice are loud women. Oh, okay. Closing time. Do, 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 do. Closing time. I remember that. Thanks, Josh. I can't remember the rest of it. Closing time. Okay, red flag. Has a Pinterest page full of popular empowerment quotes that don't realize stem from... Okay, so New Age. There you go. That is a red flag. New Age, yogurts and crystals and witch crap. That's going to be an immediately no. Right? Immediately no. Jamie, do you know Can't Wait by New Shoes? No, I wish I did. I don't want to wait. That was last week. Red flag makes a TV show their entire personality or has a separate Instagram account for their pet. Aw, that's cute. That's just the pet thing. I don't know. I like animals, so... That's just in the category of people enjoying life, I think. I know who I want to take me home. Yes, thank you, Rachel. I know who I want to take me home. Yep. Back streets back, alright. Am I sexual? Yeah. Am I something? Yeah. Am I everything you need? Gonna need everybody, yeah. Rock your body, yeah. Okay. Josh says, I went on a movie date, took her to the Notebook, snuck out and brought in frozen PBJ sandwiches. She loved it. That sounds like a fun time. See? Didn't cost a lot of money, right? Everybody. What's the other one? The other Backstreet song. Somebody put the lyrics in there. Okay, no party voice. No dating apps. No Booga Wolves from Fresh and Fit. No Pookies. No women with lists. So, it's a little double standardy. This is a list. So, women... I don't know, are like shopping lists? Amazon wish lists? Are you talking about list of standards that she wants in a man? I think that's what they're saying. They don't want a woman who has any healthy boundaries. Women who have been engaged. I think that's a little harsh. Even in the church, there's no shame in ending an engagement. You both had honorable intentions and it just didn't work out, and it was much better to have a relationship that you thought was going to result in a marriage and back out of it than to go through with it or just date. I think courtship leading to engagement is a much healthier approach to couplehood than hooking up and dating. So women who have been engaged, there's no shame in ending an engagement. It just it was not God's will, right? Number 19, divorcees. All divorcees. Oh, women are responsible for 200% of divorces, right? Actually, somebody left a comment, and this is it kind of gets me, you guys, like... The risk for a man, all they're thinking about is financial. Like, it's way worse to lose half your money than to lose your entire family to these guys, right? And maybe if you weren't so concerned about material things, your marriage wouldn't have fallen apart in the first place. But I actually I was wondering about this. And so I Googled women lose more in divorce. And come to find out, oh yeah, average household income shrinking by 40%. So there's like all of these statistics. I know you guys love your statistics. That women do not actually do better in life after a divorce. And that's why they shouldn't be getting divorced and leaving, because they're not going to be the boss bitch that they thought they were. If they leave a good man and they get out there in the workforce, they're going to be crying. They're going to be, they don't have experience. They don't have the training. You can't just dissolve your family and think you're gonna start a new life and be like Devil Wears Prada, magazine editor, boss lady. So women do really bad after divorce, and I think that is something that we need to be sharing around. Just if you want to deter women from divorcing, then remind them that you're not going to be better off. So women are not financially better after divorce. They don't ride off into the sunset with the bag and the children. That's just not true. Especially if they're over 50. I mean, it's pretty much over. Like, you're not going to have the quality of life that you could have had by staying married. Now Rachel is starting a big batch of beef stew. Ooh, that sounds good. But you can make the internet say anything, you guys. Look, women are more likely to end up in poverty after divorce. And here you got all these red pill guys saying that she's going to take you for all you've got. That's why Donovan Sharp couldn't marry his girlfriend of 7 years, because she would run off with what he really loves, which is his money. Women's probability of being in poverty more than doubles after divorce. Yeah, so nobody does good after a divorce, not just men. Okay, let's get back to our man list. We've been going almost 2 hours. This is really fun. I'm having fun. I do need some more song. Anything by Jewel. Oh, how does Jewel go? Orleans Avenue. Who will save your soul if you won't save your own? La-di-da-di-da. Yeah, whatever happened to her? She was kind of cool. You were meant for me. I was meant for you. I go about my business, I'm doing fine. Besides, what would I say if I had you on my mind? Ooh, Foolish Games, that's a pretty song. These foolish games are... Do you remember that Poppy song she did? It was like her answer to Britney and Christina and Jessica Simpson, called Intuition. That was kind of a catchy, fun song. Foolish games are... See, Jewel knows. She don't want no foolish games. She don't want no IHOP. She don't want no Cheesecake Factory. Freaking Sai Baba Guru with saltpeter in your food. You know they do that? They put saltpeter in the Don't ever take cookies from Hare Krishnas, because they put stuff in there to make your libido go down. That's why they just sit around and sing all the time. But not the gurus. The gurus have all of the riz. But the followers, the men, they want them limp. Right? Who will save your soul? Did you guys see that? Look up Jessica Simpson singing with Jewel. Oh man, that's like ultimate cringe. Like that's like galactic cringe. You will cringe out the window. All right, let's get back to our list. Women who have been engaged, divorcees, yep, no one wins in divorce. I can't even say this. Number 20, what the heck? Number 20 and 21 are like effed up, you guys. And I guess we should talk about it. Slowly whiteboard. Saltpeter, what? Yeah. Yeah, women are told it will be better if they divorce and they fall for it. Exactly. Who will say? Okay, number 20 and 21. These are the last ones. I'm just going to say it. Number 20. Things that men do not want in a woman. American black woman. I did not make this list. That is really effed up. Haven't they been through enough? I mean, like, their marriage stay together rate is abysmal. I don't even want to get into the weeds of this. This is crazy. Okay, because this 21 is women raised in the West. So here's what I got to say about that. Is that y'all know that it's part of the globalist conspiracy to turn the world against Western white men, cis, Christian, straight, white men, right? I mean, can we all agree to that? That's part of the Matrix's trick, is to make white men white devil, Western, especially Western white men. So why wouldn't it also be true that people who say women raised in the West are terrible? That's got to be part of the propaganda as well. So they're trying to turn the world against everyone in the West. And this whole passport bro, this whole Western women are the fall of civilization, there's no good ones left. That is just a bunch of malarkey. And it's part of the conspiracy. What do you guys think? You're going to be really disappointed when you think you're going to go rescue some 10 Asian lady from a rice paddy and bring her back to America, and she's going to like worship you and never going to give you any pushback or any like, she's going to have the same hormonal cycle as any other woman. I promise you, especially if you want to have kids, you're going to have to learn to, deal with the feminine. I'm not saying Western women are, they have been heavily propagandized and under mind control for 3 generations at least. But every culture is going to have its clashes and issues. And also, I read in that crazy Kenneth Grant book, in that show on Rockfin, that Aleister Crowley was using primarily white English women in his black magic rituals, and they kept losing their mind and ending up in Colney Hatch, which is a crazy insane asylum, like a Victorian Edwardian nightmare insane asylum. So they would get with Crowley, he would use them, brand them, brutalize them, ritualize, abuse them, and when they lost it, they ended up in the loony bin. And so Kenneth Grant thinks that it would have been better if Crowley had looked outside the Western white woman options and gotten somebody who, these are his sentiments, okay, these are his words, who generations were more demonized and paganized, such as if you're from Africa with voodoo, or the East with Tibetan, Hinduism, Buddhism, because your bloodline is more familiar with working with demons. So, I didn't make that up. So you can go passport bro, you can go search for, your Bonnie lass over the ocean. But you can't run away from yourself, right? Maybe you're the problem. I love Jewel, but she went country. Yeah. All right, let's get to our last little list. What is this? The women's clapback and what they do not want from a man. Where did that go? Here we go. The ladies strike back. A new list of the men that have no business dating, period. Okay. Here we go. There's 29 of these. We'll go fast, but we can sing some, and you can send me some donuts and super chats, and I'm going to try and fix your relationship from my laptop. Someone, in the donuts, somebody said, Nathan, Jamie, you might enjoy doing commentary on content from Homath on YouTube and TikTok. He has some good breakdowns on male-female dynamics. I do follow him. I know exactly what you're talking about. I came across him a couple weeks ago, and I've been, they're entertaining. He obviously doesn't have a Christian worldview. He has a more of a psychological, what's that profile where you're like INFJ or whatever. So he has a lot of graphs about personalities and about personal development, kind of like, id, ego, super ego, but there's like 10 stratas. So he does go into the psychology behind hoes and dating. But that's what I mean when I talk about, like, it's really weird to watch you navigate morality and social interactions without a Christian worldview, because there is a wall that you hit when you don't involve Jesus into it. Jethro's here. What's up, Jethro? I got all the mods. I'm collecting all my mods like Pokemon. I got Rachel and Based and Slowboy and Melissa. Who else? Okay. Oh, Myers-Briggs. Yeah. That's what it's called. Myers-Briggs. Any woman who can handle a firearm and steel. Marriage material. I know Rachel does guns. Rachel's a sharpshooter gun lady. That's pretty cool. I don't know a lot about guns. I do know you're supposed to keep your finger on the trigger at all times. That's rule number 1, right, Rachel? All times keep your finger in the trigger. Number 2, before you shoot, you need to look down the barrel to make sure it's loaded. Is that true? Okay, number 1 on ladies strike back. Men who have no business dating. Number 1, men with toddlers or younger. That is the number 1 of the men's. They didn't want single moms. Men don't want single dads. Why are you on a date when you have a toddler? Why are you texting me when your wife is giving birth? Yeah, men with toddlers, I would tell that man to go back to his family. Number 2, men that live with they mama. Okay, I know who's writing this list now. Yeah, I think a man should be able to at least look after his own self before he decides to take on a family, right? Rachel agrees, yes, always. Number 3, men that live with a baby mama. Valid. Why is he dating? Number 4, DL men. I don't know what DL means. Down low? Why am I so old? I don't know. What is a DL man? Can you guys tell me? Men that don't have a valid driver's license? This is getting oddly specific. Yeah, unless he's blind, I don't see why he shouldn't have a driver's license. And also that might be because he has DUIs. So yeah, that's a healthy boundary. Healthy boundaries versus delusional expectations is what we are discussing tonight, and we're having so much fun. And do you remember Cranberries? That's a great 90s. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, DL means secretly Skittles. Okay, so guys who like the Cranberries. All my life is changing every day. Every possible way. Okay. Number 6, men that bank with Cash App. Okay. Sounds kind of shifty. Number 7, men that sag they pants. That's valid. I mean, that's kind of weird anyways. That was a prison thing. I'm pretty sure that is a DL Skittles thing. Not a DL. I mean, that's an actual advertisement that you are Skittles, and that's what that means in prison, I'm pretty sure. So you do not want a men who sag they pants. Men who don't take care of their kids. Okay. Men that disrespect women. Number 10, men that don't own a suit. You need at least one suit, okay? Your church suit. You need your little clip-on tie at least, and one little blue blazer and a white shirt. And some shoes with some laces, right? I just think there's nothing like more adorable than a feral man who's trying to like get dressed up for a formal event. That there's like nothing cuter in the world to me that who's usually rugged, but he has to like slick down his hair and take a shower and get all like cleaned up for a wedding or something. That's really endearing to me. Melissa says, pull them pants up. Yeah. All my life is changing every day. No Briggs Myers necessary. If your foundation is Jesus, then it's transcendental. That's nice. If your authority is yourself, then happiness is shifting to sand because your identity will be in external things only. Exactly. And that's what we were talking about at the very beginning when we were recapping the Red Pill wedding. It was all unto himself and external and material and just unromantic, man. Kind of gross. Okay. Number 11, men that live in motels. Okay. Number 12, men that want to hold a couple of dollars till they get paid. Does that mean they want to borrow money from you? Because yeah, that's dusty, right? That's dusty. That's scrub. Remember, was that a 90s song? I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. My husband was cracking on Jay's Hey Dudes when he posted dressed up pictures. We love that. Yeah. They're comfortable. I don't care if the guy is unfashionable. Like, go learn something manly and go learn how to start a fire. You don't need to be matching pocket squares. Like, do something masculine. Let me worry about fashion. They're describing gangbangers. Yeah. Who wrote this? I don't know. This is They voted somewhere and came up with the list. Andrew said, red flag for men is if they go shirtless ever. Yeah. Oh, biggest red flag is if they are shirtless and they also have a belly button tattoo, like a sun, like abs with a blazing sun around their belly button. That's like douche territory. Let's see. Men who clothes are in tubs. Did you ever hear about that girl who went on the date with the guy and she went back to his house and she looks in his bedroom and there's a giant pile of laundry where his bed is supposed to be, and she's like, what is that? And he's like, oh, that's my nest. And she's like, what do you mean your nest? And he's like, yeah, I just kind of like sleep on all the clothes. Like I like nest in there and it's really comfortable. And you want to try my nest? And she's like, deuces. No. Immediately no. Slow Boy Whiteboard says, belly button tattoo? Heck no. Yeah, exactly. We don't want no belly button tattoo, guys. Number 14. Men that can't log into anything without help. Okay, this just sounds like children. So these aren't men. Number 15. Men that gotta tell they mama everything. Number 16. Men that work in the FedEx hub. Okay. Why FedEx? Cash App is okay for small stuff between friends and family. You need a bank account, my dude. You need a grown-up life. You need to have a bed on a bed frame so you don't get roaches. You can't sleep in a nest. And you can't work for FedEx, apparently. Number 17, men that work for a temporary service. Number 18, truck driver. All truck drivers everywhere should not have any business dating, according to the women on the internet. Number 19, them grand rising men. I don't know what that means. What's a grand rising man? Grand rising man. Tell me. Slowboy Whiteworth says, FedEx, Amazon, UPS basically means they can't hold down a career. Okay. Those jobs have a super high turnover rate. Okay. FedEx, they got good benefits. Someone tell me what a grand rising man is. Number 20, them YUD men. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. What you doing? You still up? I'm sure that could get old. Yeah, my famous aversion to gamer chairs. Exactly. Somebody who has a chair that is meant to be sat in for more than 8 hours doing video games. That's an immediate no. Why are they hating on truck drivers? Yeah, that's kind of... I don't know, maybe just because they're, like, away a lot. And are the lot lizards that tempting? I don't know. Can they not say no to those tweaker ladies in the truck stop lot? The YUD men. Yeah, they're just, what's that called? Spinning plates on their rotation. What are you doing? Are you still up? They don't ever want to plan nothing. 21, men with multiple kids and baby mamas. Yeah, we went over that. 22, men that bash women on social media. 23, men that have to load their card to add money to it. So this is just dusty, crusty, pooky, multiple children and no prospects. Number 24, men that don't keep their locks up. Hygiene will go a long way. If you're a man, you just like basic hygiene, you're already in the 90th percentile if you don't have poop stains in your underwear. And I'm not even joking. I'm not speaking from personal experience. I'm speaking from what I read online, that the bar is so low that the passport bros are going to have a rude awakening, because the bar set in Western world for dating and standards is like lower than loam. Sade had good 90s songs. Yeah. Think I'll leave your side, baby. You know me better than that. Yep. Think I'll leave you down when you're down on your knees. I wouldn't do that. Oh, when you're cool. I love her. Keep your locks up. Go to the dentist. Get your teeth cleaned. Take a shower. Use deodorant with no aluminum in it. Hey, there's another thing. So if you go to somebody's house and you're about to hook up, I hope you don't, but look in their bathroom, and if they're brushing with Colgate and using secret deodorant, then you know they're full of toxic chemicals and they're probably got the stabs, right? We don't want to be dating people that have like heavy metal poisoning in their armpits. If you're still using that deodorant, you need to get off it. Somebody put a link in the chat. The dangers of aluminum deodorant and breast cancer. Axe body spray, all of those endocrine disruptors, you guys. Almost all colognes, perfumes, all of these fragrances that the pop stars all have a fragrance. All the celebrities, this stuff is so bad for you, and it makes your hormones go out of whack. It disturbs your endocrine system. It's just not good. Just make some freaking perfume from essential oil. It's not that hard. Someone said, men who are in their baby girl era and want to be pursued by women. That is valid, because what I'm seeing with these high value men. Oh, and I just saw this video of this girl yesterday and it broke my heart. And she's like, she called her friend from her car in a panic attack saying, I just talked to my boyfriend and we had a conversation an hour ago and he said he loved me and he can't wait for me to come to his parents for Thanksgiving and everything was fine. And he calls her back an hour later and he says, I just realized I'm a high value man and you're not good enough for me and you never will be and you'll never find anyone as good as me. And he hung up on her. So this is what this red pill crap is doing to people. Just out of the blue, within an hour, he was excited and he loved her and wanted to, spend family time with her. And then he saw some stupid video and decided he's a high value man and just dumped her. So what else? You got to grow your own flowers and make some essential oils, fellas. Yeah, exactly. Axe isn't even cologne. What even is it? That's so gross. Just look at what is in the crap in your bathroom and under your sink. It's all toxic chemicals. You don't need that in your house and on your body. There is way easier ways to be clean than Axe. That stuff chokes me to death. Like if I smell Axe on somebody, it's so gross. My whole smell went so good after switching to salt deodorant. No more bad and sour smell like it was. Yeah. So if you have a problem with body odor, you can drink liquid chlorophyll. It's easy. It's cheap. It deodorizes you from the inside. You can drink a couple drops of liquid fenugreek. It's really good. You can get natural deodorants. You can make your own deodorants. Like most days I don't even put it on. I'm sorry if you've met me and I had a funk, but I just can't be bothered to put aluminum on my lymph nodes every day. If you eat a lot of fermented foods, it really cuts down on your body odor. Yeah. So if you're clean on the inside, you're not going to smell that bad. All right, what do we got here? Number 25, men that hairline gone, but they keep holding on. I don't want no scrub. That's kind of harsh. Well, I bet that's kind of the same thing as like, if you don't like your woman's body changing over time, your body's going to change too. You're going to lose your hair. We're all going to end up looking like goblins anyways, so you might as well learn to love, right? We're all going to shrivel up, God willing. If you're lucky, you are going to end life as like a disgusting creature. And no amount of Axe body spray is going to help. when you're 80 or 90 years old. Number 26, men that always talk about what they used to have. Okay. Is that like men who live in the past, like Uncle Rico? I could throw this football over that mountain. They've lived their glory days already. Actually, I can understand that because, like, what if he's always like, I miss my ex, or, you know, everything was better before that person entered your life. I can see how that would get old. Yeah, we're all gonna look like goblins anyway. You might as well learn to love. Thanks, Melissa. Jamie wants us to be clean on the inside so she can go full Dahmer on us? No. I just watched that show. We did that show with Basely Analyzer about the cannibals. That was really gross. Get rid of that Axe body spray. Okay. Number 27, married men. Okay. That's pretty self-evident. Number 28, men without transportation. Number 29, men that are Cowboys fans. So this is, this may be specific to this lady here. I don't know if you can see that. But I thought that was a pretty entertaining clapback list. Some harsh, some delusional, some reasonable. What do you guys think? Fresh is cray. Yeah, that was a crazy movie. Well, that is all I have for tonight. Guess what? It's about closing time. How's that go? Do 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 do. Closing time. Some other beginnings. And how does it go? Why do people poop on Cowboy fans? I don't get it. I don't either. I'm not really a sports ball bro. But I'd better let y'all go. Let me check the donut chat one more time. This was really fun, but we are leaving for our trip tomorrow, so I have to go get ready, and I did not get any more donuts. So I hope you all enjoyed this show called Delusional Expectations or Healthy Boundaries, and I want you to keep up your standards, but don't be too harsh on people. We have to forgive them, and hope you all had a great Sunday. Good night.